Welcome to our summary of Leviticus chapters 21 to 27, which delves into the stringent guidelines for priests and the path to holiness for the people of Israel. Chapter 21 outlines the unique standards for priests, emphasizing their need for purity. A priest must not defile himself by contact with the dead, except for close relatives. Furthermore, specific physical imperfections disqualify a priest from serving at the altar, underscoring the importance of wholeness in those who serve God. In chapter 22, regulations for the consumption of holy offerings are discussed. Priests must maintain ceremonial cleanliness to partake in sacred offerings. Any deviation from these rules may render them unfit to approach or serve in sacred spaces. This chapter emphasizes God's demand for holiness and respect for sacred offerings, reminding us of the reverence required in the service of the divine. Chapter 23 details the feasts and sacred assemblies. From the weekly Sabbath to annual festivals like Passover, the Feast of Weeks, and the Day of Atonement, these gatherings define Israel's annual rhythm of worship and community. The festivals serve as a reminder of God's provision, historical acts, and the cycle of life through the agricultural seasons. In chapter 24, the focus shifts to the tabernacle. Instructions for lampstands and bread of the presence highlight the need to honor God within the sacred space. The chapter also touches upon the severe consequences of blasphemy, affirming the importance of maintaining reverence for God's name. Chapter 25 introduces the concept of the Sabbath year and Jubilee. Every 7th year is a sabbatical for the land, and the 50th year is a Jubilee, a time of liberation and restoration. These practices remind Israel that the land belongs to God, serving as powerful symbols of social justice and divine providence. Chapter 26 offers blessings for obedience and consequences for disobedience. Adherence to God's statutes results in peace and prosperity, while rebellion leads to hardship and exile. This chapter acts as a covenant renewal, calling Israel to faithful observance. Finally, chapter 27 addresses vows and dedicatory offerings, allowing individuals to consecrate something to God. It reflects on the value attributed to vows and the seriousness of fulfilling one's promises. Every detail reflects the profound relationship between God and Israel, emphasizing a life dedicated to holiness and integrity. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Leviticus chapters 21 to 27.